What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video. And in today's video, we're gonna take a long look at the longer term time frame charts of Chainlink, basically the monthly chart, and seeing that how I'm seeing this bullish pattern that I think is gonna continue within the next couple of years for Chainlink. And I'm gonna give you guys my price prediction at the end of this video of where I think Chainlink will be by the end of 2021. So if that sounds good to you guys, let's jump right on in to the video. As we jump right on into the monthly chart of Chainlink, I want you guys to grab your popcorn, glue your eyes to the screen, and we're gonna jump into this and kind of explain to you why I think Chainlink is just on this upwards ascending wedge pattern, right? So guys, this is the monthly chart for Chainlink. So I'm gonna first go ahead and show you why this is such a strong indicator of such a strong bull market since Chainlink's inception for the most part, right? So you guys can see we've never had a daily or a monthly close or open outside of this wedge, right? We've had a couple wicks, but we always close inside this wedge. You guys can see how many times we've tested the top of it, right? 1, 2, 3. We got a wick above it, but then we close below it. 4, 5, and up here, 6, right? Just about recently, back in August, right? And it's literally the same thing on the bottom, guys, right? So we got a wick down to it here. We tested it down here, wicked up, but we closed above it here, and now I think what we could be doing is come and it's kind of consolidating until we hit the edge of this again, right? So you guys can see every time we hit the bottom support line, that's when we get our next parabolic run up back to the top of the ascending wedge. So, the ascending wedge on the top of it is not, the end all be all of the bull markets, right? You guys could see a massive wick above this ascending wedge pattern, right? So this wick here was almost 100%, right? So you could see a 2x once we break this, but it's going to close below it in my opinion. So look, as we look here, guys, I mean, every time we touch this, we end up getting a massive wick, and then we actually go into a bull market. Same thing here. Once we get a wick down to it, a red wick, we get a massive bull market. So you guys can see how important this supply line is for Chainlink, and same thing on the bottom. Once we get up to it, right, we end up seeing a massive drop off. We get up to it, massive drop off and consolidation. Up to it, massive drop off and consolidation back to the support line. So I'm going to show you guys why I think this is so important, and then later on in this video I'm going to show you guys my exact price prediction for Chainlink at the end of this bull market. So one thing I want to point out, guys, so every time we do get a parabolic move, it's when Bitcoin is also having a huge move. So back here, right, when we got this massive green candle here, this thing's absolutely huge, right? So when we had this massive candle here, this was back in December 2017. You guys know what Bitcoin did back then, right? And we got a bull market. This next massive move here was back in May 2019. You guys know what Bitcoin did in the summer of 2019. Absolutely skyrocketed, right? Bitcoin had a huge move, and so did Chainlink. And then right here, guys, in April 2020, you guys know what Bitcoin has been doing since March, and we've gotten another parabolic move here. So I think as long as Bitcoin is moving up, we're going to see Chainlink move up as well. The drops also correlate with Bitcoin's drops and consolidation. So it's very, very contingent on what Bitcoin is doing in the short term. So we're going to take a quick look at something here, guys, and see why I think we do have to consolidate to the side or the bottom of this bottom green line, or the supply line, right? So, or the demand line, sorry. But if we switch this over to purple real quick so you guys can get a little bit of a better look here, you guys can understand a little bit. So every time we go up and touch the bottom of this, we always come back down and retest, either the first inception point, right? So we came up, right? Came up, tested it, retested the inception point, right? Came up, retested it, came back down and retested the inception point, right? And then we consolidated until we hit this bottom line, right? And then we got our massive pump up, hit the top, came back down and retested the old all-time high, right? If I draw another purple line here, we came back down and retested the old all-time high, right? Came back up, consolidated until we hit the green line, and then we got a massive pump up in the top again. And what are we doing right now, guys? I think we're just consolidating until we eventually hit the green line here. Now, if we went straight across, right? So where we are right now, about 1460. If you just went straight across and we stayed this price for the next few months, we would hit this green line in about May 1st of 2021. So about 6 months. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, right? I think what's going to happen, is I think we may see a little bit of a short term. I think once Bitcoin hits its all-time high, it's going to get a pullback, right? And I think you're going to see Chainlink get a pullback, probably about to like the $10 mark, right? And that's going to make us hit this green line way faster, right? So say if we did drop down to $10, right? We drop down to $10 and we slide over, right? And then we consolidate at $10. That gets us about February 1st, right? So that's way more realistic, and it's only literally about 2 months away where we hit that, and then we get our massive move up, because you guys know every time we hit this green line, we get a massive move up, right? So just keep that in mind. I think that's what's going to happen within the next few months, right? And now we're going to jump into what my price prediction is for 2021. So let me scroll up here, right? So if we continue in this wedge, which I think is very, 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 I follow the 4-year plan, right? So let's just post the year here. So let's see, December, let's do January 2022, right? So I'll be selling probably around this point, and probably let's do December 2021 as well. So I think the minimum price that we're going to hit in this bull market for Chainlink is either going to be between 112 or 126 bucks, right? And it's going to look something like this, right? Bitcoin's going to hit its all-time high. Chainlink's going to correct a little bit. We're going to go sideways, and then we're just going to get massive candles all the way up until we get to this point, right? And like I said, guys, it doesn't just have to stop there, right? That's my minimum prediction, right? Between 112 and 126 bucks based on this long-term pattern for Chainlink on the monthly chart. We also could get a wick, like something like this, where it's going to go up in a month, but it's going to come right back down. So anything is really possible based on this 100% wick. I think we could see anywhere from 112 bucks to if we post this, we do like 90, do close to 100% as possible, anywhere between 112 and 224 bucks. Possibly as the top for Chainlink in this next bull market, right, guys? I think that's super realistic. Something at the end of 2021 or the beginning of 2022, depending on what the other altcoins do. And also, obviously, depending on no black swan events for Bitcoin or anything like that. It's obviously pending on all that stuff. But if the 4-year cycles continue, I think that's going to be our top, is between 112 and 224 bucks. Like just based on this wick here, but most likely our last two tops have been this green resistance line here. So I think somewhere between 112 and 126 bucks is more realistic. My price prediction for Chainlink moving forward, and that's why I made the title of this video, Chainlink: The Road to $100. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Just kind of in-depth analysis and something a little bit more like different than I've been doing. I just said more different, but something a little bit different than what I've been doing. Kind of just focusing more on the long term. And if you guys enjoy these long-term videos, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to make these long-term videos and kind of look at the long-term trend and on the monthly charts. So make sure you guys leave a like on this video. Helps out a lot, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.